What if I told you there are literally millions of pounds just sitting in government accounts completely unclaimed, and some of it could be yours? No, seriously, this isn't a scam. It's just overpaid tax. And in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to get your hands on it. Right, let's do this.
First up, council tax. Right now, as we speak, there is over £141 million in overpaid council tax just waiting to be claimed by households across the UK. I mean, that is a jaw-dropping amount of money, and a little piece of it could have your name on it.
And look, we're not talking about finding a fiver down the back of the sofa. This is a real message from someone who helped their mom get back a life-changing £15,000. So today, we're going to cover the 3 biggest refunds you can claim, starting with the one that led to that massive win.
Okay, the first and honestly the biggest opportunity is through council tax discounts. You see, millions of us are actually eligible for these, but we just never apply, either because we don't know they even exist, or we just assume, nah, that's not for me.
And these discounts, they're huge. Live by yourself? Boom, that's a 25% discount right there. What if you live only with people who are disregarded for council tax, like, say, full-time students? Well, that's a whopping 50% off. In some cases, you can get a 100% exemption, which means you pay absolutely nothing. And of course, if you're on a low income, you could get a major reduction too.
But the single most powerful and most overlooked discount is for people with something called a severe mental impairment, or SMI. Now, this isn't some vague term. It's a proper medical diagnosis for conditions like dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or maybe the long-term effects of a severe stroke.
And the refunds here can be massive because you can often backdate these claims for years. Look at this. This person's aunt got back over $7,000, and her future bills were totally wiped out. You see, if someone with an SMI diagnosis lives alone, their bill is cut to zero. And if they live with just one other adult, that other person gets the 25% single-person discount. It's a huge deal. So the big question is, how do you claim it? Well, it's actually a really simple 3-step process. First, a doctor has to certify the condition. And get this, they are not allowed to charge you for doing it. Second, the person needs to be getting a qualifying benefit, something like personal independence payment or attendance allowance. And third, you just apply to your local council with the proof. That's it. Now, let's just bust a massive myth that stops so many people from even trying. People hear discount and think it must be tied to your income or savings. Nope. Absolutely not. The SMI discount is based purely on a medical diagnosis, not what's in your bank account. It is not means tested. And here's one more common mix-up. People confuse this with the disabled band reduction scheme, which is for homes that have been physically adapted for a disability. They are 2 totally separate things. Remember, the SMI discount is about the person, not the property. Okay, on to our second big opportunity. All right, number 2, the moved house refund. This one is for pretty much anyone who has moved home, and it can go all the way back to 1993 when council tax first started. So I'll ask you a simple question. Have you moved out of a council area at any point since 1993? If the answer is yes, then your old council could literally be sitting on your cash right now. And here's why it happens. You know how council tax is usually paid in advance? You pay for the month ahead. So if you move out partway through a month you've already paid for, you've almost certainly overpaid. The council is supposed to refund you, but very often they just don't. So who is this most likely to affect? Well, if you paid your old council by direct debit, they can usually refund you automatically. But if you paid by cash, check, or standing order, they don't have your bank details. They have no easy way to send the money back, so it just sits there in their account waiting for you to come and get it. Okay, let's switch gears from council tax to income tax for our third big refund. This one's called the marriage tax allowance, and it's basically a tax bonus for married couples or anyone in a civil partnership who fits the bill. So what on earth is it? Well, it's a pretty clever tax break that lets one partner transfer a chunk of their unused tax-free personal allowance over to the other. And we're talking a specific amount, £1,260 of your allowance. The rules are actually dead simple. One of you needs to be a non-taxpayer. That means earning less than the tax-free personal allowance, which is £12,570. The other partner needs to be a basic 20% rate taxpayer. So, earning more than that, but less than about £50,000.
So here's that key number again. The lower earning partner, the one who isn't using all their tax-free allowance, transfers exactly 1,260 pounds of it over to their partner. It's a fixed amount.
And what does that actually mean in your pocket? Well, the higher earner's tax bill gets cut by 252 pounds for the year. Simple as that. It's because they now have an extra 1,260 pounds that they don't have to pay 20% tax on. It is a straight-up saving. But wait, this is the best part. You can backdate your claim for the last 4 tax years. So if you've been eligible that whole time, that adds up to a payout of over 1,200 pounds, which HMRC will send you as a check or pop straight into your bank.
Okay, you've seen the opportunities. Now it is time to take action. This is your super quick 5-minute plan to go and check if you're owed any of this cash. Ready? This is literally all you need to do. For any council tax discount, especially the SMI one, go to the gov.uk website and just search Apply for Council Tax Reduction. To check for that moved house refund, just Google the name of your old council and add Council Tax Refund Form. And for that couples bonus, you guessed it, head to gov.uk and search Marriage Tax Allowance. It really is that simple. Look, we've seen real-life refunds worth 5, 7, even 15,000 pounds. This cash is just sitting there. It's waiting for you to claim it. The only question left is, how much of it belongs to you? Go find out.